see everyone. I don't know what the sun's doing today, but it's so cloudy.
I want to go 10 minutes early today.
All right, darling. No worries, Linda. All right, sweet. I'm gonna keep them on because I can't bother taking them off. Okay, so let's start with a nice little rock forward. So we're gonna really plant our feet, and we're just gonna gently rock forwards and back, and forwards, not too far, and back, forwards and back, and just gently connecting to that core. So gently drawing that tummy in, and then side to side. And then we're going to soften them knees. And we're just going to come down like this, and we're just going to circle. Yeah, back of my knees really not good.
I'm crunching.
Yeah. 2, and then circle the other way. I've done my 500 skips this morning, so my calves feel like, oh. 3, 2, 1, and then keep that softness in the knee. Or you can straighten your legs if you want, but just don't hyper lock the knees, so don't kind of engage your quads. So have your knees a little bit soft, chin to chest, hips back. So this one, Lorraine, weight forwards. So I'm a bit like you, not quite as flexible as you to be fair, but I can touch the floor easy enough. But if I'm honest, because back of my legs are tight at the minute, well, they're always tight, I actually should stop about there. If I go further down, it can become quite, like really tight. So just find that position where you're feeling the stretch, but it's not very uncomfortable. And take a breath in, and slowly up. And then just take your hands on your hips and just push forward. So we'll do a little bit more core work today, because core work is really good for sciatica, getting that core strong. And then back to centre, and then have a little twist, chin to chest, hips back, and then just float down to the side of that foot. So you're really opening up the opposite side. And again, just notice if you're feeling it more through one side more than the other. Take a beautiful breath in and out. In and out. Last one, breath in, gently up. I can feel that right top of my butt today. And then the other way. Again, chin to chest, and let your arms become really heavy, floating down, noticing if there's any difference on each side. Again, letting the breath come in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, breath in, gently restart. Beautiful. And then come to centre, let's do 4, so a little bit of softness in the knees, and we're just going to do our pelvic circles for 3, for 2, for 1, circle back the other way, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll have a little bit of an experiment already, Lorraine, and well everybody. Let's just see how the calf feels. Mine are going to feel tight, so I've just done a hip class, but if you push your heel down, because we've not really done any calf raises, so we've not really strengthened them this morning, it should feel relatively mellow. That if it feels super tight, then it just means that your calves need stretching more. So again, from this position, remember you can soften that knee a little bit and just raise the heel a tad, and that can sometimes create a deeper stretch further down the bottom of the calf into the soleus muscle. If it doesn't, that's fine, it just means you're not tight there. And then push it back down again. Hold. And then straighten that front leg again, go easy, hips back, and just gently, gently down. Again, just stopping at the point where you're feeling the stretch through the back. So I feel this right at the top of the hamstrings, almost into the base of the bum. And just gently down, hold that stretch, take some deep breaths in and out. In and out. Last one, breath in. Soften that front knee and gently up. Yeah, I'm sure I've got Baker's system back in my knee. And then switch sides, guys. Again, push that back heel down, just hold. If it feels really nice and mellow, that's fine, just means you're not that tight. And then just soften the front knee a bit, raise the heel a little bit. And then drive the heel back down, hold that deep stretch. And then gently up. So you can either keep the foot on the ground or you can straighten it. This is my knee that's a bit iffy, so I've got a bit of softness in the knee because if I straighten it too much, I can feel it right at the back of the knee. So just make sure it feels comfortable, gently down. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of softness in the knee for a hamstring. Takes the pressure away from the back. And gently just hold. Take a few deep breaths in. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then soften the knee to gently, gently come back up to centre position. Well done. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep our feet a little bit wider than hip distance, but not too wide. Shoulders down, and we're going to come down. And for 2, for 3, for 4, 6. Caroline's very good, isn't she? Not like some of my other chatty ones in class. It's usually me that struggles to be quiet. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to come down today. We might do a little bit of balance at the end. We'll see. So let's come on to, I just want to do some nice kind of work through the legs a bit today, just through that stretch position. So we're going to go into our bridge. Try and maintain that gentle knee kind of parallel. So try not to let the knees come out to the side. We're going to take our shoulders and we're going to plant them firmly onto the mat and lengthen through our collarbones, chin towards the chest. We're going to take a breath in through the nose and do that lovely close your eyes. So again, Lorraine, don't force the lower back in, just a gentle squeeze. Push your big toe, the middle of the foot, firmly into the mat to keep the feet from lifting. Come up into your bridge. Let's take a beautiful inhale at the top. And bone by bone, let's gently roll ourselves back down. Lovely, all the way through imprint. Let's do 5 more, just mobility ones. Breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. push your feet firmly into the mat to activate the pelvic floor. Gently up into bridge, sending the knees forward so your shins are parallel. Yeah, you've got that ski slope. Take a breath in and slowly lower, burn by burn. Beautiful. Let's go again. In your own time, if you want to try and float your arms up as well, you can, taking them back, but make sure your back feels comfortable in this. You get a lovely stretch. Make sure that it's not affecting the back though. Take a breath in, slowly down, burn by burn. Beautiful, lovely, nice and slow. Let's do 3 more. Gently back, push your big toe, push your middle of the foot down, activate the pelvic floor muscles. Coming up into our shoulder blades, sending our knees forward. Let's take a breath in and slowly down. Lovely. Last 2. Push big toe in, middle of the foot. Breath in. Slowly lower. Gorgeous. Last one. Okay, keep up into bridge, guys. Bring your arms back down by your side. Make sure your shoulder blades are nice and relaxed. And we're just going to go one heel at a time. So we're just going to take our right heel away. And we're just going to drop our butt, both our butt cheeks. Just drop and lift. Drop and lift. So your right toes are on the mat. You're just bringing your heel away. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take the other heel away. Drop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the heels down. Take a breath in. Slowly lower. Beautiful. Let's come back up again. This time, you can either do that again, or you can try and just keep that real headlights on, so you really want the hips level. Push the right foot in, lift the left leg to tabletop, straighten that leg, and just hold. This is tough, don't feel like you need to do this. Go back to heel raise otherwise, what we've just done. Drop and lift, drop for 2, drop for 3, for 4, 5 more, 5, 4, God this is hard, 3, 2, after a hip clasp, and then down, and then the other side, or just do the heel away like we've just done. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take the heel down, take a breath in, and slowly, slowly lower. And then just bring the knees into chest. Beautiful. So we're going to grab hold of our band, guys. We're going to stretch our legs. Oops. To do that, stretch our legs out just to see how that kind of hamstring sciatic nerve area feels. Mine was tight as hell. So doing that all week, I think I've got a bit. You know, I can see, feel fluid. Yeah. We just hold. So again, Lorraine, I know for you, you can bring your legs super, super high, but what sometimes happens is people start to dip under, and then you kind of, onto all those lower back nerves. So try and keep that leg straight, but don't bring it too high. Try and keep in neutral spine. And we're just going to flex the foot and really feel that you're pushing the heel up towards the ceiling. Hold. So we do this a lot. Yeah.
Hamstring.
Yeah. Is yours more through your hammer? Mine's right in the back of my knee on this one.
Yeah.
Into lower calf. And then point it away. Because for some people they're tighter through the front of the shin. Through the front of the leg, the shin. Tibialis muscle. And then again, bring it the other way. Hold. Oh, it feels good.
Feeling awful.
It feels awful, yeah. It's like a pleasurable pain. And then point away. And then again, bring it in. I've got 6 women coming tonight who are all runners. So I'm quite excited because it means I'll be able to do all these again tonight and really stretch out and then point. And then hold it in. Let's operate a bit of core control. So this is where, remember, we can bend the knee. I prefer a straight leg with single leg circle. We haven't done this for a while, but you want to really feel that you're in neutral. So when you bring the leg out to the side, you're not rocking like this. And when you bring the leg down, you're not doing this, and then you're not doing that. So basically, if you think about the pelvic circle, so if you think about a clock face, 6 to 12, whatever, 3 to 9. And then just gently, we're just going to take the band in the same hand, and we're going to try and take that leg out to the side without rocking, keeping our core engaged, and then we're going to take it down, and then we're going to bring it back up. And again. Exhale as you go out. So you're really trying to keep the hip bones anchored into the mat. Harder than it looks if you do it right. A little gap underneath the lumbar spine. 2 more. 1. And then we're going to hold that leg up and we're going to keep it in the same hand and we're going to bring it out to the side. So again, just go to where you feel comfortable. So you're all right on this one, aren't you? And then gently up, and then this is the sciatic nerve one. So if you anchor your foot in, sometimes it can take it right down into the back of the knee, and then just gently, but go easy. Because I'm really tight through this back leg at the minute. I just like to, this is the knee that I hurt, you're just gently going in and out. If you feel that you want to, you can take it a bit further, or you can take it all the way down towards the floor. Take a breath in. Beautiful. Back to center position and then just bring it out again. Holding. And then back to center position. Switch legs. Again. Yeah. So again, one leg you may get higher. So one leg you might be able to be in neutral spine, but you can get the leg up. So you're just not forcing the lower back into the mat. And we're just having that lovely flex. Well, it might not be lovely. It's not lovely actually. It's quite tight. But bring the toes in towards you, which is a flex foot, and feel that you're pushing your heel up towards the ceiling. And then do the opposite. Really point your foot so you're stretching the front. Yeah, the tibialis muscle that runs down the front of the shin, and then bring it back in again. Hold. And forward. And then back again. And then let's do that single leg circle. So if you've got tight hips, a straight leg isn't great. So I used to have a lady that hated single leg circle, but as soon as she took it into tabletop, she was better. I find it much harder to stabilise my hips in tabletop. For me, I can keep my hips much stiller when I've got a straight leg, but everyone's different. So just try and visualise that neutral spine. We're not rocking the hips. Yeah, we're keeping in neutral. We're taking the leg out and not shifting 3 to 9 or east to west. And as we take it down and up, we're not shifting north to south. We're literally keeping that little gap. You have to really concentrate. Two more. And then up. And then again, keep the band in the same hand. Try not to let the butt cheeks lift. You're just going to take that leg out to the side. Again, feeling that stretch through the groin area. Take a lovely breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one. Bring the leg back up. Grab the band in the opposite hand. Have a little anchoring of the hip foot, unless it really is excruciating. And then if it is, just take it back to neutral. And just gently over. Whoa. And you can rock it or floss it. Or just hold it into that. Do you feel this on your hamstring or glute?
No, groin.
In the groin, yeah. And that's the problem really. When you bend, try and bend it a bit, Caroline, like that. Does that make it easier when you bring it in or harder?
Yeah.
Harder. Yeah, it's tough. And then gently back to centre. So ideally, just bring it out. So you're right, Lorraine, you would think that obviously a butterfly stretch is to stretch out through the groin, but as a result of that, your bum's tightening. Yeah, so it can feel nice through here, but the other hip flexory type one is kind of bringing it in, and that can feel, well, I love this stretch. And the other way. And one more. And the other side. Was that you clicking? Me too, I think we had a simultaneous click. Okay, and then lengthen your legs. Let's do a bit of core work. I've done quite a lot of massages this week, guys, so I'm just taking my ball in, just because I feel like I need a little bit more kind of, just a bit of support through my neck. And we're just going to bend the knees then, and then take the right leg into tabletop and the left leg. We're going to push the rib cage down. Again, try not to squeeze into imprint, but obviously don't arch forward as well. And then we're just going to draw the tummy in, and we're going to flex the foot, and we're going to take the left leg out straight and bring it back to centre. With control, put your hands on your hips if you want, just make sure they're not moving. And then again. Yeah. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take one foot down and then the other. Walk the feet away a little bit. Let's do a nice little supine spine. Back to centre the other way. let's just come back and let's just really, really concentrate. So it shows you how important that hip, that kind of neutral pelvis is by doing this exercise. So what I want you to do, just take your arms slightly out to to shoulder height, a little bit lower. Again, make sure you're not in imprint, make sure you're not arching forward, find that neutral. And I want you just to take your hand on your right hip bone, draw the belly in and let that knee come out to the side. And stop at the point where you think, I can't really go any further without the opposite butt cheek lifting or my belly doming. Does that make sense? And then back to centre. It's not easy to keep the hips level and then go the other way. And then back to centre. And again, other side. So my tummy is working hard to keep everything in neutral. And again. So imagine that tray of drinks, and when you take the leg out to the side, it's not tipping out to that side. Back to centre. Let's do 2 more. This left hip's looking like on today. Last one. And relax, well done. And then just lengthen the leg again and the other leg. So again, just lie down flat and you should feel that the shoulder blades are on the mat. Yeah, hopefully trace the last rib. That should be as near to the mat as possible, and then you should have this little gap underneath the lumbar area. And we're going to keep in neutral. So we're always imagining this tray of drinks today. We're going to take the hands, interlink the fingers, elbows out wide, chin towards the chest, and then we're going to lift up just a couple of inches, and I want you to come back to this position. I want you to lift higher, and then lower about halfway. So lift, keep your gaze kind of halfway up the wall. Lift, this is Serena's favourite, not? So if you really start feeling this in your tummy, it just means you're doing it right. Don't panic, it's good. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Just bring your hands back down to the floor. Just cross one knee over the other. Take the top foot down and turn your head the other way. Again, you probably feel this in your back or the top of your bum. Let your belly relax on the inhale. Let it blow up like a balloon. Breath release. And again. Last one. Back to centre. If you don't like crossing your knee, you can always just take the knees together and take it like we normally do, supine spine. Or the other way. Again, inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. 2 more. Last one. Back to centre position. Well done. Let's come over onto our fronts. Okay, so let's do a little bit of work in prone today. So we're going to come onto our bellies And again, we want to think about them principles. So allow the pubic bone to really melt into the mat. And then imagine that hot mat, and we're just drawing the tummy away. We're not lifting anything, we're just drawing the belly away. And then we're going to take our hands down by our side. We're going to keep that pubic bone pushing down, that navel to spine connected. Send our fingertips to our feet and just lift our head and our chest just a little bit, nothing major. Yeah, really dynamic. Imagine you're trying to reach the wall with your right hand. You're taking it out to shoulder height or a little bit below. And then you're bringing it back in, keeping that core engaged. Take the other leg out, the other arm out, sorry. And back in. Try not to over recruit the glutes. Try and think more about core control. Take the arm out again. Back to centre. The other side. Back in. And relax and let everything wiggle. Have a little wiggle through the bum. Yeah, let's go again. Push the pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide the shoulder blades down, length through the crown of the head. Draw the tummy in, that's the important bit. Take your right arm out, capital T. Back to centre. Left one. And centre. Right. Centre. Left. Centre. Gently down again. Relax. We've got that 4 more times. Really important to get the upper back strong. Take the pressure off the lumbar spine. Push your pubic bone down. Draw your tummy in. Slide your shoulder blades down. Lift the forehead. Lift the chest. Take it out. 1. Centre. 2. Centre. Reach long. 3. Feel your deltoids and shoulder muscles working. The other side. Lower back down. Relax. Have a wiggle. Always get you set up. Give yourself a rest. Push your pubic bone down. Draw the navel into spine. Slide your shoulder blades down. Reach up again. Length through the crown of the head. Right hand out to the side. Back to centre. Left arm to shoulder height. Back to centre. Right. Centre. Left. Centre. Lower back down. Little wiggle. Always makes me sigh from work. I don't know why. Again, push your pubic bone down. Draw the tummy in. Slide the shoulder blades down. Length through the crown of the head. Again, this time we're going to stay up for 4. Take it out. Back to centre. Other one. Centre. For 2. Centre. Keep the core engaged. 3. Centre. 4. And relax. Well done. Take your hands underneath your head. Just have a lovely windscreen wipe. Side to side. And then let's do this. We haven't done. I did this at Hairdressing. They really liked it, the class. I forgot I've not taught it for a while. So we're just going to push the pubic bone down into the mat. Draw the tummy in, and I want you to bend the right knee and take the knee away from the mat. You point the foot, you flex the foot, you point the foot, you lengthen. Does that make sense? So keep the leg away from the mat if you can. So you lift your right leg, the knees away, you draw the tummy in, you bring it into a pointed foot, a flexed foot, pointed, lengthen. Try not to rock through the pelvis though, keep the core engaged. Keep going on one side, we've got 5 more. Point, flex, point, lengthen. You're really working the muscles around the glutes and the quads. And lengthen. Point, flex, point, lengthen. Point, flex, point, lengthen. 2 more. Last one. Good. Have a little wiggle. Maybe Maybe I need to see you, Lorraine, see if we're doing anything wrong, darling. It's really hard. You can cue on Zoom, but it's difficult when you can't see someone. And then take the other leg up, point, flex, point, lengthen. Keep the core engaged, point, flex, point. That's my knee, can you hear it? Point, flex, point, lengthen. Point, flex, point, lengthen. Keep the core engaged. Two more, point, flex the foot, point, lengthen. Bend. Yeah, last one, point, flex, point, lengthen. Well done. Again, have a little, bend the knees, just have a little wiggle round like a little circle. And then the other way. And let's just work on our core a little bit more. So come up onto forearms. Yeah, like this. Keep your head, not your head, keep your neck in line with the rest of the spine, your neck, your eyes looking down. Tuck the toes, draw the tummy in, and then lift up onto your knees. That might be enough for some people. Just keep holding into that core control. If you want to come up into full plank, you can. Heels towards the floor, but don't run before you can walk, guys. Let's just hold. Keep holding another 15 seconds. And one. Well done, beautiful. And then come and just either knees together or big toes together, whichever one you feel you're getting the most stretching today. And just rest into child's pose. Linda, if you have to nip off before I say bye, darling, have a lovely weekend. And with next Monday out, guys, we're not doing Wednesday, we're Monday at 12:30. I'll record it for those of you who can't make it. And then bring both arms around to one side, take the top hand over the bottom hand, feel that deep stretch in the side of the body. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. In. And out. Last one. Switch to the other side. Get a breath in. Beautiful. Back up to 4-point kneeling, guys, and we're just going to take our hands a little bit further forward than the elbows and just have a little rock. Forward and back. Beautiful. And then tuck your toes. We're going to come up to standing very shortly. We're not going to do side leg today for a change. We're going to do some weights. So take a breath in. Gently round. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. 1. And then push into the mat, drive those hips up to the ceiling. And let's take that right heel into the mat. Let's hold it for 3 deep in out breaths. Let's go to the other side. And then both heels together. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. Bend, straighten, take the heels towards the ground. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let the head just hang, just have a little rock, nice softening. And gently restack. Oh, I need to drink of water. I didn't drink enough today. Now you feel a bit blue. Okay, my lovelies. So we normally do our standing work first, but we're going to do a little bit of standing work. So let's just take our feet parallel. Let's warm up through our shoulders. So we're just going to take a big circle, or you can do a short lever if you want. Just have a little listen. Can you hear anything the other side? I have to bend that knees. Good. And then out to the side. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Take your palms up to ceiling. Last one. And lovely. And then just pick one weight up, guys. We're just going to take one leg forward. I'm not doing my lunges, guys, today because my little legs are tired. But feel free to lunge as you bicep, yeah? Or I'm just going to bicep. I had a new girl this morning who used to be one at mum's at school. She's like, God, I thought I was fit. Whenever you give someone a side leg who've never done it, they'll be like, oh, my bum. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that leg where it is, but take the back heel to the ground if it's not, and then take it back, and then bend in towards the chest. For 2, for 3, for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2. Hold it straight, shoulders down, just lift your straight arm up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's switch sides. So again, either lunge and bicep at the same time, or you can just bicep with me. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Weight towards the chest area, take it, bend the elbows, you bring it back in to the side of the body for 10. 2, 1, beautiful. Hold the shoulders down. So shoulders down, but lift your arm as high as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You had your massage the wrong way around, didn't you, babe? 3,
Always do.
2, 1. Well done. Caroline always seems to come to for a massage, and then we do a class after. And then take that leg out to the side. We're nearly there, guys. Remember, these are harder. So if you need to change your weight, you can. We're just going to lift into that abduction for 12. Abduction for 11. I need some water, I feel a bit heady. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I bet the I'm taking my mum to Ego after this, well, when they get showered and stuff, with her friend. I bet they think, God, the right cheapskates, because we always just drink iced water when we go. Occasionally get a soda and lime. Occasionally rock and roll a soda and lime. 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then we're just going to take our sort of forearm up, and then we're just going to take it in and then out. 2. Keep your ribs closed. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And the other one. And 12, 11, 10. Can they clicking on this one? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click's gone. And then last but not least, this is not going on with this leg. Sorry, guys. And just lift.
As I'm coming down nearer 3 weeks.
Yeah, click in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Last ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Well done. Place it down. Take one leg to the front, one leg to the back, the same leg that's in front. Take the same hand up. Reach, push out, pull on that wrist. Take a beautiful inhale. And out. In. And out. Last one. Back to centre. Take 2 big circles. Take it out in front, bring it into deltoid, pull it across that big shoulder muscle. And then up and in. And then just gently take that chin to chest, bring the hips back, the weight forwards, gently down. Last one, breath in, gently restack. Oh, nice. That other side. Again, reach reach up, pull on that wrist, push out, take a beautiful in-breath. Back to centre position, take one hand out in front, pull it into deltoid, take a breath in. And then up, push in. Well done, chin to chest, gently back, just gently down. Some deep, deep breaths in and out. Last one, breath in. And gently, gently up. I'm going to bring both my feet together, guys. Oh, thank you. Oh, I feel a little bit lightheaded today. Thanks, guys.